accordo al cessate il fuoco, secondo lei dove porterà questa strategia?
Why Hamas is...
Yes, porque Hamas no ha querido determinar los ataques.
Unfortunately, the Palestinian leadership want to terminate this attack because they want to save the life of our children. However, as you know, that there is a political play with these actions of conflicts, and Hamas and Israel, they didn't reach yet for the agreement, because Hamas put their conditions and Israel put their conditions, and the losers are our kids, our bambini. So we call upon both sides to stop this. Now our president is trying on regional level, Mr. President Mahmoud Abbas is trying on regional level to stop these massacres and to put end for this violence.
Conseguenze economiche dell'attacco terrestre di Israele.
Día de los Muertos palestinos, ¿cuáles son las situaciones económicas actuales en Gaza? Eso relacionado a este ataque.
Of course, originally the economic situation in Gaza is very hard because of different reasons, and the major reason is the siege of the Gaza since 7 years up till now. This paralyzed all the economical development in Gaza, and not only paralyzed the economical development, but also it worsened it because there isn't any growth, there isn't any unemployment is high, the poverty is very high. Now with this actual situation, even the situation is more grave and more risky, because now houses are demolished, complete families are fired and are murdered by the attacks, and also there is no way how to follow up your life. So this is a catastrophe for the economical status, and it aggravates more the situation. Actually, Hamas is a party of the Palestinian society, of the Palestinian parties. Its antecedent is Islamist. We in Palestine, we are secular. We are not. We don't have this hardship or hard Islamist line. We are more secular and more natural people who wants to live their lives. We have typical Palestinian values. However, the international community is trying to solve the conflict in different ways, among which is saying about Hamas that it's terrorist, but we also ask the European Union to look for the other side of the conflict, which is Israel, and look how many parties that they look like Hamas, that they are extremists, they are using different form of murdering Palestinians, as the child who was murdered and who was burned in vivo, Muhammad Abu Khudair in Jerusalem, and he was murdered by the settlers and he was burned in vivo. So this is also, it's a type of terrorism. So we as an international community look for the conflict on both sides, and because we want to solve problems rather than
dell'ONU e degli Stati Uniti e dell'Europa.
Lo que piensa sobre la posición de la ONU, de los Estados Unidos y de la Unión Europea.
Actually, what is expected is with the big massacre that is happening in Gaza, the reaction should be stronger, because we are talking about the year 2014, which is the year of solidarity with Palestinian people. We are talking about the 21st century, which is the century of starting this century. We were addressing as global human beings, that we are addressing democracy, human rights, respecting human rights. So what's happening now is against all these values that were addressed by all United Nations organizations, by all NGOs, by all governments. So I'm asking and I'm calling that we should return back as human beings to our basic human human values, for respect for democracy, respecting children, so we can go ahead and to solve our conflicts in diplomatic way.
Forti con entrambi i paesi, che cosa si aspetta?
Italia por muchísimo tiempo ha mantenido buenas relaciones
And still.
con la Palestina y ahora, ¿qué piensa de la relación de Italia?
Italia is a good friend of the Palestinian people, of the Palestinian state, always as people and as government. Right now, Mrs. Mogherini, she just this morning or yesterday, I'm not sure, she left Palestine. She went for a visit to look into what's going on the ground, and effectively the government of Italy have granted 1,200,000 euros for Gaza as emergency ayuda, and this is a sign that Italy is proceeding with its friendship and with its values towards Palestine.
¿Piensa que se puede dialogar entre Hamas y Israel, de Palestina y Israel?
We as Palestinians always we have the doors open for real negotiations, for real diplomatic talks. However, these should have basis and should have terms of reference, which Israel is refusing, and which Israel is not putting these points, and therefore we don't have as Palestinians right now a social partner for peace in Israel, because this government led by Netanyahu is a government of extremism, of terrorism, of war crimes, so it's hard to be a partner with such a government. So we call upon the international community to look for this and also to address what Netanyahu and his government is doing. Thank you.
¿Se están acusando vosotros los palestinos de utilizar los niños como escudos humanos?
This is not true. The truth is that Israel is attacking the civilians, and they are trying to put out excuses by saying this. We invite the international community to come and see and observe what's going on the ground, because what's going on the ground is totally different than what the propaganda is saying, and unfortunately the media is going beside Israel and against what's going on the ground against the Palestinians. So we would like to invite anybody who would like to go and see what's going on the ground, and they will see effectively that Israel is attacking the civilians, and the majority of the civilians who are victims are children.